I'm not myself. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Yeah. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Yeah. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights.
another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we just slow For you and I are safe and We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just slow waste another day. I don't know how to say. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, it's not like we need them.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. Sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. Night for your love and keeps me high. Keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the
Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love. It keeps me high. Keeps me high. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around in the same place. Can't decide to live my life on the ground or in outer space. Live my life on the ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around in the same place. Can't decide to live my life on the ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space.
Don't say goodbye. Don't make me cry.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Titan Esports Divinity League. Today, we have Team Glacial Golem versus Team Imperial Gaming. I'm Ultravox, and I'm here with Sharpie. Sharpie, how you doing today?
You know, it's a Monday, which means it's not the weekend. But on the bright side, it means we've got Titan Esports Divinity League tonight, and I couldn't be more excited for it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, always hyped up to be here. Always hyped up to see the action going down. And speaking of going down, the bans are starting to come out here, starting to go down. Looks like we have a little bit of a bot lane focus from Imperial Gaming. And, of course, the dreaded Trundle taken away from Glacial Golem.
Yeah, the Var is going to be taken away as well. Varus is one of those really versatile AD carries. You can go the poke Varus, you can go the DPS Varus, you can go like a tank Varus on the top lane, you can even go an AP variant of the Varus. There's just so many different ways that this champion can work well, and it's just a good ban overall.
Yeah, definitely agree. Thresh is going to be the last one to round it out for Glacial Golem, and now IG with the first pick. We'll have to see what they pick up here. Let's see, what else is good in the meta here? I think you could go for a strong jungler here. Rel is very interesting. Okay, potential flex pick, right?
Absolutely. That champion can go jungle. It can also pivot to the support. I am noticing that IG has banned 3 champions from the bot lane, which is going to force Fini to go onto the Ezreal most likely. We did see the Ezreal mid, I believe, in LEC. So it is possible that it is flexed, but so far we got Ezreal Maokai. Probably going to be jungle AD carry right there for Funny Dude and Fini.
Yeah,
or is it Funny
also
Dud? I don't know.
could be Funny Dud. I could see that. But yeah, Maokai also one of those flex picks too, just like Rel, support jungle, great stats in both. Love to see it. Lucian will be the AD carry pick for Imperial Gaming now. I think that if it is Ezreal AD carry, then Lucian is going to have a pretty easy time in that lane. Go nice and aggressive, build that early lead. Going to feel pretty good. And Nocturne, of course, going to be next as well.
Yeah, the Nocturne jungle is interesting. You've got the Ezreal who can peel away. You have the Maokai who can just throw down that ultimate to keep anybody from following up. And what's surprising to me is an Ezreal paired with a Rel. I mean, a Lucian rather paired with a Rel. Typically, Lucian is really only finding success in 2 places. Mid lane as like a DPS mid laner for that early game push to get you prio onto the grubs and onto the dragons, or bot lane with a Nami or a Milio. That's the only places I'm really seeing Lucian work out too well, so I'm very curious to see how it's going to pair up, or if they're flexing it into the mid lane for Azurex's Fire.
I don't know, Lucian mid isn't so popular at this level of play. I think it's going to be bog standard down in the AD carry position. I mean, at the very least, he gets some passive procs from Rel, CCing people, so that's a nice little buff that happened, somewhat recently. It's been a while now, but makes Lucian a little bit better with those tank supports, right? Bans are also going to be rounded out. Malphite and Mordekaiser from IG, and Gwen and Swain from Glacial Golem. So top lane focus and, top mid.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they want to pick here. They're going to go with the Kale, which is very interesting. There's a lot of things that can beat it in lane that are still available. But we'll have to see if they know about any of those counters. Obviously, the Malphite gone, the Mordekaiser rather gone. And the Karma still could be flexed. The Maokai could still be flexed to support. The Karma could go mid. We don't know what's going on with this team yet, so we'll have to see what their last pick is to round it out as IG pick up the Shen for the top lane.
You got double globals. You have a Nocturne and a Shen. You can just ride the Nocturne into battle with the Shen shield. I've seen worse strategies. It's going to be pretty fun to watch. And Hui, all right. I know people have been all over Hui. Very cool champion, very fun champion. I can't wait to see it in some organized play like this.
This is a very interesting draft on both sides.
Yeah,
we got a Scion.
I could really see it being Scion mid also, because I think Hui has a pretty tough time dislodging the Scion just from being a tanky pusher in the mid lane. So a lot of options for Glacial Golem here on what they might want to play.
Yeah, it could be the Scion mid. They could have just pivoted the Kale to run into the mid lane. I know that's a thing. It can easily just step back, especially once you get level 6 and clear it. And sure enough, it is a Kale mid.
Right, and that will be showing us everybody's positions now that we're onto the Rift. Once again, IG on the blue side, Glacial Golem, GG on the red. After watching that riveting draft, we do have to give a shout out to our sponsors. We're happy to give a shout out to our sponsors, ProComps. They are a game-changing app for the League community. It is a draft helper, a personal draft coach for you to use as a team or as a solo player. Really great tool. They stand out with features like custom champion pools, personalized tier lists, and live draft advice. They already have over 200,000 downloads and thousands of daily users, so go check it out. It's completely free. Go download ProComps and take your drafting to the next level here.
Absolutely. And if you did use your tools there, you would know this is a Kale mid and this is a Scion top, and you'd know to itemize and get your rune set correctly. And it would probably tell you how to do that. But we're jumping right here into game, and we've got the Hui mid. I'm trying to look and see if there's any interesting rune choices here. Nothing standing out too much for me yet. It is the Conqueror Ezreal, as we're getting a bit of fun but it's just going to be a little bit of a poke, which means Maokai is going to be a little bit late to start his camp. So it's going to be tempo advantage to the Nocturne.
Can we fix the scoreboard here? That would be really helpful. So it looks like Scion is standing, in fact, in mid lane right now. So
It is a Scion mid.
yeah, I called that in drought. I think it's pretty good here. Like I said, very hard to dislodge the Scion, and very large prio from that character. A lot of turret damage potential also.
Yeah, he can just sit there. He can just tank the damage and just clear the wave out, especially when he gets level 2, has that shield. He can just walk up, hold Q, hold the shield, and just blow up the whole wave and step away and just do his own thing. So,
yeah. And so now let's take a look at the junglers right now. We got double bot side start. So pathing towards their top lanes. I'm not sure if I agree with this because I think it's pretty tough to gank for a Kayle. Maybe Funny Dud wants to go for some kind of level 3 gank around bot or mid, try to help out his laners on the bottom side of the map. And we have a great trade for GG down here on the bottom lane, taking advantage of that Ezreal Karma power.
Yeah, the Ezreal Karma is definitely going to have push. It's surprising how low the Ezreal has gotten, though. It's a little concerning. You don't want to be falling that low that early. Maybe Rel just got a good engage off somehow, but as they're still looking to trade, Rel is still kind of pushing forward, and Scion is just clearing waves.
Yeah. Arcane shift down in the bot lane means that walking up is going to be very difficult for Ezreal here, but Nor just barely lands that Q onto Moonlight. A lot of shielding will help them trade back. Feeney just putting those auto attacks onto Jobo's Lucian here. And it's looking pretty good. Is that a flash forward? It is. They're going to flip back. Moonlight ignited. One more auto attack. It's first blood for Ezreal, though, for Feeney's Ezreal. Jobo trying to get out of there. The last tick of night. Not. Oh! Okay, well, that must have been a minion auto or something. But 2 kills over to the side of Glacial Golem here. Only 1 going over to IG.
I don't know what happened there. Maybe there was some sort of. Maybe it was. Can we just. Maybe the Karma has, like. Whatever. What is that?
Scorch, you think?
Scorch. Maybe
like, you think Scorch came off cooldown? Does it proc on Ignite? It must, right?
I think it does. Maybe it came off on the last tick of Ignite and started ticking forward and got the kill right there. So Scorch OP. I'm guessing that's what it was. I don't know what else it could be.
Either that or like a stray minion auto attack that took forever to hit the Lucian, you know? But either way, I don't know. Yeah, Glacial Golem get this wave in right now, so they're going to be able to take a nice back. Feeney very strong after that, buys the Sheen on the first recall, so he's super strong. Frozen Turd now attacking Funny Dud, trying to land that fear on him, but Funny Dud just pushes him away. I think this is going to manifest into anything unless they get this way moving up towards the red buff. Okay, dodges away from the damage, dodges away from the fear as well, thanks to his own flash. Azure Fire almost out of mana. He's going to rely on those auto attacks to help him restore his mana pool, and Funny Dud is able to live out of that play.
Yep, it's you got the flash out of the Maokai, so it's going to be a winning trade over to the Nocturne, and had that little bit of an advantage from level 1 because the Maokai was over messing around with the Hui, so had to start his camps a little bit late. And so it's tempo advantage, and then that's going to mean the top scuttle is also going to go over to the Nocturne, which should mean control over to those early grubs to them. But it looks like they're kind of hovering around bot side a little bit for now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be an early dragon fight. I think that a pick for IG could be super good here, but Funny Dud's right there to back up his bot lane. They root out the Rel here, put the damage on. Moonlight dropping pretty low, though, has to shield themselves and flash away. Jobo now is the next target, but Frozen Turd has arrived, trying to avenge his teammates. Feeney landing a ton of damage. That Sheen is doing so much work here. Ooh. Another Mystic Shot onto Jobo would do it. Arcane Shift and the auto attack will take down Jobo. Now Frozen Turd has to back away, but Azure Fire has now shown their face. They land the combo onto Moonlight, quickly take them down. Frozen Turd, 200 HP, the spell shield, enough to save their life. Let them flash away, but Azure Fire, can they survive? One more, another Arcane Shift forward, another kill for Feeney here. 4-0 so far on this Ezreal. A TP down from Indigo, and it is just a fiesta in this bot lane. The flash taunt lands. Feeney's trying to walk this one out. Will walk away from the Rel W, but here comes Scion barreling down from mid like a freight train. They're going to turn it right back around onto Noir. Kill goes over to Blink My Toodle, and another one. Yet one more. 5-0 Feeney right now. This is a powerful Ezreal indeed.
This game fell completely apart for IG with that little play there. They kept pushing forward. They wanted to get Prio over the dragon, but that is an Ezreal with Sheen. That is an Ezreal who has the Karma. That is an Ezreal with the Maokai behind, and just kept going in, kept trading forward. There was a beautiful knockback there from the Maokai to force the Nocturne back a little bit, and then Sion ulting down, hits 6 just in time, and comes rambling down through the river and gets that ult onto both of them, knocks up both of them, gets a kill, and is allowing Ezreal to jump back in to get a 5th kill. This Ezreal is probably up 2,000 gold at this point. This game has really fallen apart for them.
Yeah, we can see the gold right there, up about 1,000 gold, maybe a little bit more after this wave. Luckily, Jobo, since IG did push the bot wave in before that play, they did manage to get that huge CS lead there, but pretty tough to contend with 5 kills. You know what I'm saying? So I think Feeney's in a great spot here. Funny Dud, he's going to be looking at the grubs now. And Jobo, he's hitting 6, but Noir's only level 4. He's dashing right in, going super aggressive. Might get rooted out. He pops the culling. Okay, puts a lot of damage onto Glacial Golem here. Not going to really turn into anything, but on the top side, let's see what this turns into.
Ooh. Great
CC from Azure Fire, grouping up the opponents here. Blink My Toodle. He's pretty tanky, but he can't last too much longer between 3 members of IG. They completely turn that around, and now the grub should be theirs, but okay, Blink My Toodle can't quite auto-attack Indigo for the last time. Going back down to the bot lane. This is one action-packed game. All right, nothing really going to be going on there.
This is a very action-packed game. Both teams deciding they're just down to scrap. They're down to fight no matter what. It is on site in this game, and they're looking to continue it because Kale's looking to try to contest the grubs, but the poke there from Hui is going to force her back off, which means all 3 the initial grubs are going to go over to this Nocturne. So despite being down quite a bit of gold, we've got a fight continuing.
Okay, all right. For Brop, he will be ulting, trying to save himself. There's the Nocturne, the Paranoia, though. Okay, great flash. Fantastic job. Can the Lightning Bolt do it? Yes, it does. I think that's another Scorch kill right there. That's going to be pretty tough. But a lot of resources expended to take down Brop up there. Funny Dud, he sees that. The Nocturne is on the top side. We'll start up that Dragon. So at least the objectives will be traded.
It's just constant action in this game, and I'm really happy to see it. Bot lane is still, obviously getting in favor of the Ezreal Karma, as the Ignite was used by the Karma to force the Rel to recall yet again. And so that's going to mean that they're going to get another plate here, or their first plate rather, here in the bot side. Dragon's going to go over to the Maokai. And, it's a very interesting game state because mid and top side seems to be in favor of IG, but bot side is heavily in favor of GG. So, obviously with the Sion is going to have a lot of push pressure, but the Hui is 2-1-2 and is definitely going to be scaling pretty hard as this game progresses.
Yeah, Jobo. Okay. Not enough mana for the culling there. I think that would have done it, though. Feeney got a little bit too greedy for the plate there. Has to recall, so... Unfortunately, yeah, Glacial Golem, they're going to be at a pretty large CS deficit here, despite their huge lead in terms of kills. That's the consolation prize if you're an Imperial Gaming fan. Excuse me.
Yep, big CS lead, at least for Jobo, which is expected. It's a Lucian lane, so you're always going to have a bit of that extra, like right on the lane pressure. But Kale's been doing a great job of keeping even the CS, because I know the matchup, those early levels against the Shen are pretty difficult.
Yeah, Noir's going to be attacking Blink My Toodle. I don't think there's anything to be found here. He's going to dance. He's going to just show off a little bit now that he dodged that gank attempt. Yeah, I totally agree with you, by the way. On the top side, this Kale bodes super well for the late game for Glacial Golem. All right, they're going to stun up the Sion here in mid. Just a little bit of damage. He's way too tanky to kill. That guy is going to live forever.
Yeah, he's already got his first item. I forget what it's called, but it's that really good MR item. And obviously the Hui and the Rel are both going to do AP-based damage, if I recall correctly. So,
yeah,
and goes
Paranoia in onto Feeney, the flash, but it drags the Nocturne with him. On the other side, here comes the Brambles. They're going to lock up the bot lane of IG. Jobo, he's got 200 HP. Can they land the last hit they need? Yes, Moonlight will take them down with the Mantra Q. Noir now rooted up. Another one goes over to Feeney. Beautiful reversal from Glacial Golem here. Funny Dud arriving just on time.
Yeah, Funny Dud was in the right place at the right time to hop down and use that Maokai ult to completely break up the fight. Nocturne extended way too far forward because Ezreal used the flash, the heal, and the arcane shift to get way into the back line, which meant Nocturne had nowhere else to go and wasn't there to help, keep the Lucian and the Rel safe in that, trade right there. And so Ezreal Karma are just way ahead on gold, and so you can't win that 2v2, especially when the fight's been thrown down completely, and so they just get left out to die, and Nocturne barely gets out with his life as well.
Yeah, so now things are super hard for IG's bot lane, even harder than before, believe it or not. So expect to see a lot of focus around Dragon for Team Glacial Golem. Dragon stacking is a great win condition for them. They've already got one going there. I think they do want to contest these grubs. It's a little bit hard with Kale's lack of pressure, but I don't know. Maybe they want to try it anyway. Maybe they are okay with giving away 6 grubs. Frozen Turd is coming up to the top side. Flash taunt from Indigo. Brip Brop taking a lot of damage. Tries to get another turret. Goes invincible, though, thanks to the Kale ultimate. Frozen Turd just raw tanking that turret. All right, the Shen ultimate will not do enough.
No.
Indigo
no.
taking so much as well. Oh my gosh, the true shot barrage from across the map. Put another one into Feeney's pocket here. That's going to feel pretty good. And you got to feel pretty silly if you're Imperial Gaming right there.
This Ezreal is just farming health bars. He's farming gray screens, and he's been doing quite well at it, as they might be looking for something. No, but Karma's been able to run away just fine. But Feeney is having a fantastic performance here on this Ezreal in game 1. Massively ahead, 700 bounty at 12.5 minutes is unheard of.
Yeah, I think it's boding very well for Glacial Golem's chances in this game. It is only a 3k gold deficit, though, so we've seen worse, but of course it is at 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Be an uphill battle the entire rest of the game. Look at that crit, too, that Essence Reaver empowered crit. Frozen Turd here. He's got the Paranoia. On the other side, though, Funny Dud trying to get out, trying to escape with his life. Indigo can't quite close out that kill. One grub goes over to Imperial Gaming thanks to Azure Fire. Now, it's Glacial Golem pushing forward. They slow down Indigo. How much more can they get? He's out of energy. He can't get over the wall. He's going to barely get enough thanks to auto attack in the grub. All right, and Feeney, wow, they just cleaned up another one down there. It's just brutal. Even with Frozen Turd hovering the whole time, didn't want to pop the Paranoia to save his bot lane. I guess, I don't know what happened there, but that's too bad.
Yeah, that's going to give all the prio in the world over to the second dragon as well. You can see them already rotating over. I don't know why Funny Dud isn't just resetting here right away, but hovering there on vision, which is, that's cool. But Sion is going to have the ability to push and force that way forward. Ezreal going to clear out the bot lane tower, which means this dragon should be theirs, and they should be going for it right away.
Yeah, 100%. And if they shift over the Ezreal Karma to mid to help push this out, they can just rotate right down super easy. I think Frozen Turd and crew do not want to start this, and Funny Dud, he's taking the crab. He doesn't have to reset. He's a Maokai. He's got a Frozen Heart. He's like super invincible right now.
Yep, up against a Nocturne, up against a Lucian, you really aren't afraid of much. The only thing that's really going to cause you any problems is the Hui, but it's a Hui, and it just doesn't have a lot of crazy 100-0 damage onto the Maokai early on. So you're just kind of chilling in these fights.
Yeah, even despite the Luden's Companion in the pockets of Azure Fire, still not the most threatening. Needs at least 1 or 2 more items to make that huge team fight splash that we want out of the Hui pick. Cullen comes out. There it is. Easy smite for Funny Dud. Good effort from Jobo. It's more of a formality there for Glacial Golem. But now they have to contend with the grubs. I don't think they want to give over 6. Can they make it up in time? Instead, it's Azure Fire, the mid lane, putting a lot of damage on the Feeney. That ultimate tick.
Ooh.
Do it. 1,000 gold shutdown in the pockets of the Hui. Azure Fire now under attack by the Maokai. Paranoia from the top side. Frozen Turd has arrived to claim that kill. And now things aren't looking so good for Glacial Golem quite anymore. It's a huge shutdown going over. Will Sion fall? Nope. He's got the ult backwards to keep him safe.
Yeah, Ezreal, just want to take a note of that really quick. The Hui picked up a 700 gold bounty onto Feeney. So that's 1,000 gold going into the pockets of this Hui, who's now going to be up 1,000 gold over this Sion now. And it's only 1,000 behind the Ezreal at this point, which means the Hui is going to be pretty strong as we get into this mid game. And that could help them a lot because the Hui is going to be most of your wave clear. It's going to be most of your poke and damage in these mid game fights. And so really, that's a big game-saving pick right there by Azurex's Fire.
Oh, okay. CC on a Moonlight. Great flash away to avoid getting stunned up. Jobo over the wall. He's right in the middle of a few people. The Herald has already been claimed, but Glacial Golem is pushing forward nonetheless. Britbrop trying to put out some damage. Azure Fire, though, he's got those mini Rumble ults, those mini equalizers. They're doing a ton to dissuade Glacial Golem from moving forward there. Clean fight from Imperial Gaming. They got what they needed and got out.
Yeah, Imperial's hanging on still. They'd closed the gold lead. It was about 5,000 to 6,000, and now it's back down to about 2.5. So they're still in this game. They found avenues to get back into it. And, especially with this way, having as much wave clear now as he's going to have, they're going to be all right in the mid game.
For sure, yeah. The mid game is their chance to get this lead here. We had the Ezreal in the early game. He's going to kind of fall off, but your mid game is really the only time that you've got to really get going before you hit the Kale Exodia level 16. I think it's going to be a little bit of a timer situation. IG needs to build quite a lead before it gets up. Britbrop, okay, taking a lot of damage from the turret here. He wants to try to close that one out. He's got the Blade of the Ruin King. We have the whole squad coming up here. The bot lane will assist with clearing out this turret. I don't think this is going to turn into anything, but they got Funny Dud.
They're here to defend it. They're going to back off of it.
Oh, I don't know. They're stepping up.
They
He's got
better.
the wave clear. Azure Fire's walking way too far forward there. The Brambles come in from the river. It's a double root. This is just so easy for Glacial Golem now. The Shen ult will come across, but it's not enough to save the out-of-position teammates on IG. Jobo's culling is just too little too late. I don't think they can grab him either, but it's a lot of damage. Nocturnes, the whole time that's going on, he's grabbing those mid-turrets.
Yeah, the health on that tower was basically gone to begin with, and your Nocturne was not there to defend. I don't know what you're doing trying to defend that tower. You just give it up at that point. And then on top of that, with the Shen deciding to ult in for it as well, I mean, sure, I guess maybe it is kind of worth it because you get two kills onto the tower mid for Nocturne, but Nocturne's now going to be caught out of position as well, especially with that blue ward coming down. I don't know if Nocturne can get out of this unless maybe you get lucky with this Blast Cone. It
only takes them both over. In a 1v1, I think I know who I have my money on. Funny Dud, he gets feared. Can Britbrop get here in time? Okay, they can make it. Oh, all right, it's a 1-for-1. It's a 1-for-1.
There we go.
Tail ult to save Funny Dud's life. Gonna go looking at Feeny here. Great arcane shift away. The flash taunt does miss thanks to the arcane shift. Does get Feeny's flash. Meanwhile, Jobo and Noir, they're picking a fight with Blink by Toodle down here on the Scion. We'll pop the Ghost in an effort to get away. Doesn't want any more of this. Just wants to scoot on out of there. Flash blocks the Scion ult, the shoulder charge. Do they have enough damage? All right, the Magnet Storm also. They stall long enough for Britbrop to arrive, knocks up Noir. Noir is pretty sad, invested so many resources and just got completely turned around on. Jobo is just so weak here. They cannot punch through this Scion's power.
Yeah, those Tabis there, those MR boots, they used to be called Tabis. They're called something else now.
They're called plated steel caps now.
Plated steel caps, yeah. That's what they are. And then on top of that I think it's called a Warden's Mail, is that other thing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So that'll reduce damage from attacks by a flat amount, right? And so especially when you're Lucian, your double shot in your second attack, it's going to get its damage like cut in half or something. It's a pretty big amount.
Yeah, that combo there. Now he's got the Frozen Heart as well. Good luck killing the Scion if you're Lucian. Good luck.
Double Frozen Heart, technically not the most efficient, but hey, it's a really great item. And if you're somewhere across the map like a Scion, then you're happy to have it. Teleport comes in. Could be a fight. Let's see how they set up for it. Fear lands. Britbrop. He's here now. All they have to do is wait for Funny Dud's mark. He's got that Maokai ultimate. Can make any fight happen whenever he wants.
Yep, they need to just go in there, clear that vision out. They might be up here just trying to take this Baron. This could be a very sneaky play from IG.
No way.
They have no idea.
This is ballsy. I like to see this one. It's a great trade. I mean, sure, you give over the Soul Point Dragon, but hey, a Baron is pretty nice too, right?
Yeah, this is a huge... I don't know what Jobo's doing.
What happened? What happened over there?
Ult is flying through. It's going to actually help it go down even quicker.
All right.
Yeah, they're not going to respond to this. This is a big mistake there from GG. They overcommitted to the Dragon without having vision correctly around the Baron, and it just straight up goes down. So that's a Baron. That's going to be a big swing of gold, and as well as that a big, mid-game pushing tool gone from GG. outer towers or the side lane towers are gone, and there's not going to be much of anything else that the Scion can do in the side lane either if the IG play their side waves correctly with this Baron. So this is a big opportunity for them to stall and get even more gold, even more items onto Azurex's Fire on the Hui. And that's going to be your win condition at this point. Get this Hui really fed, allow them to just get that damage and to be able to just straight up carry team fights, because that ultimate is game changing in every fight, potentially.
100%, yeah. You have to have all of your chips riding on this way right now. Everything else is looking so bleak for Imperial Gaming, but you know they still got that dog in him. So let's see if they can pull it out. We have a teleport coming down. Britbrop will assist. Blink my Toodle. Scion will miss. Azure Fire flashing away. He will get slowed up though. Fears out the Kale. Doing a great job of trying to kite this fight out. Britbrop's barely done anything to assist. The ultimate misses. Oh, Kale protects themselves. The Shen ultimate also comes in. Stand united with Azure Fire. Big shutdown again onto Azure Fire. They will continue fighting here. Blink my Toodle. He's pretty tanky, but he's not doing a ton of damage. I think it's a nice and easy takedown, even if it does take a while. Gets feared away too, so the zombie form won't do much. Actually, a great exchange for Imperial Gaming.
Yeah, and they're back to, especially with that tower kill there as well, it's only a 1.5k gold lead for GG now. Now, they do still have triple, or technically quadruple soul point here, so there's a lot still riding in their favor in the long term, but IG have really crawled back into this game very effectively around this way, and especially with the way being able to stall out that the Kale and the Scion for so long to allow the Nocturne to get down into ult range, completely turned that fight around.
Yeah, 100%. I think that Azure Fire, they, had a tough time dealing with the rest of the map, but now they're really starting to come alive, really starting to show off their own personal skill. You love to see that. Almost got that third item, that Shadow Flame should be. And when that hits, that Hui is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Barely any MR, only one item apiece. That Negatron Cloak on Funny Dud as well. So, I don't know. They are going to have to stack it a little bit harder.
Yeah, this game still could technically go to anyone at this point because, that Hui is getting strong, and the Nocturne as well has 2 items completed, has that experimental hex plate, has the Black Cleaver done. So those ults are going to be up all the time at this point, and you're going to be able to shred through the tanks of the Scion and the Maokai. And so Nocturne's in a really good spot as well, and that's exactly what you want here for this Hui who's going to try to be side laning and pushing. A Nocturne Hui side lane threat angle is really good for IG here.
Absolutely. Noir even is assisting the Hui as well. They're just putting all of the eggs into the Hui basket. And that's exactly what they should be doing. Pressure's pretty hard to build elsewhere. Pretty tough. I think Shen kind of gets ran down by Kale now, especially with the 2 items, the Blade of the Ruined King and the Terminus. So pretty tough time contending with that top wave. Because it's a Blade of the Ruined King, kind of an AD Kale. Okay, never mind. They're going to go just straight on into Britbrop. Shen ultimate gives Frozen Turd a little bit more HP to work with. I don't think Britbrop's ult will be doing enough. They're going to get chased down. Can they kite it out? I don't think so. Yeah, they get feared. 350 gold goes over to Frozen Turd. On the other side, flash away from the Maokai Brambles Noir. Trying to get out of there. They fear up Funny Dud. It's going to take a lot of damage. Azure Fire has been safe the entire time. Can they put a dent into the front line? Can they take down Funny Dud?
You just need a kite back here. Oh, the ultimate missed.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's pretty tough. If you're Imperial Gaming, I feel like you call the playoff at this point, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Dragon spawning 30 seconds. Hui does have TP. So does Shen. It's going to be a big fight.
But here's the problem. Rel used the ultimate. Lucian used the culling. Hui used the ultimate. Nocturne's probably going to have it up, but Azurex's Fire is going to get caught here.
Wait, I looked away to drink some water for 1 second, and it's just a massive shutdown. That's completely game-changing. This Dragon Soul should be free for GG if they can just get their booties down here.
Yeah, Azurex's Fire just teleported way too aggressively forward onto that side lane and got caught out completely. Shen barely able to get away as well. So yeah, if they should be able to get this one unless they completely mess it up. They have no poke.
Okay, all right. They just need to get in. They just need to get in. Okay, they can't do it. They can't do it at all.
Oh, wow.
IG, a stone wall, scaring away Glacial Golem here, denying them their soul point, somehow managing to keep this game alive even longer.
Yeah, the threat of the Rel and the Shen just sitting there saying, if you try to step forward, we'll stun you up, was just too much for them to get through, and they secure the dragon, surprisingly, in a 4v5 scenario. GG a little bit hesitant to pull the trigger and just commit for the fight, knowing that they had the advantage, just stalled out or, froze up just a tiny bit too long, and that allowed IG to take basically a free dragon when that should not have been theirs at all.
It's highway robbery. Completely honest, they got away with the entire armor truck there. I cannot believe that. Imperial Gaming, you are masterful. Somehow you did it. So they're hanging on. Baron is going to be the next target, as that will spawn into the map. Good vision established by GG prevents IG from knowing what's going on here. So you're going to have to kind of escort Noir around, rebuild their perimeter. But Noir is going to base for more wards.
Yeah, the game is now down to only a 1,000 gold difference, which 27 minutes into the game is pretty negligible at this point. So you can say, besides the few resistances and stuff that or the stat bursts that those dragons are going to give you, which individual dragons don't really do that much, plus you're even on those mountain drags, game state is more or less even, and so it's going to come down really to execution in the team fight. Although Kale is on a side wave trying to scale up for that level 16, that that breaking point where Kale can just really take over a game. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, how close she is to the level 16, as she's really pushing in there for the base as well. So I think IG needs to respond to that, and this is going to be where they start to rip apart IG and try to get some prio onto Baron with the split push.
Oh, Jomo, he gets blast coned right in the middle of the enemy team. That's terrible. He gets protected by the Shen. Brambles come out. It's a complete front-to-back team fight. Nocturne flies to the backside, but he's hitting the Maokai. It's a shutdown that goes over to Blink by Toodle. Big whale, but not really, as they all dodge away from it. Everybody on IG has arrived. Kale's TP'd in as well. Divine Judgment comes down. Frozen Turd's just barely alive. Brip Brop and Blink My Toodle, they're the last two left alive on Glacial Golem. Can they get this done? The health bars are pretty low. They just have to turn around and hit this Nocturne. They cannot do it. They are CC'd the whole time. Blink My Toodle just needs one more auto, but he cannot find it. Frozen Turd flying away. And once again, Imperial Gaming, they live by the seat of their pants, recovering from that terrible misplay that almost put Jobo straight in enemy hands.
And that's 3 kills onto the Hui as well. Now 8 kills on this AP carry in the mid lane. Bot lane inhibitor tower did go down to the hands of the Kale, but they win the fight. And now for the first time basically in the entire game, IG have a gold lead, and it's almost a 1k gold lead here as well. They're really turning this game around. They could win this one actually, which would be very surprising considering how far gone the game was at multiple states. So well played to IG, to this Hui, particularly to the Nocturne, for just continuing to find these good picks, for continuing to find these good team fights, and just somehow managing to scrape out team fight win after team fight win and keep themselves in this game again and again. Great mental fortitude here from this team, but now GG's they're looking to say,
Nocturne just based. He just
Nocturne,
based.
Yep.
Jungler's not
have the
there.
ulti, though.
All right, he's got to get on back to Baron
Waze
pretty fast.
Top.
Yeah, Hui's on the top side. Indigo, he's just walking around, just providing vision. He's a human ward to his team. Azure Fire, this could be huge. Big damage across the entirety of the Baron pit. They're going to root him up, though. It's just absolute chaos. They're smashing each other. Hui goes down. Baron goes down as well. For Glacial Golem. Paranoia arrives, but straight to the middle of 4 pairs of waiting arms, and they get all knocked up by Scion's smash. Divine Judgment keeps Funny Dud alive. Indigo, the sole survivor of IG. Oh, Jobo wasn't even there! He's just pushing in the box the entire time. That's crazy. I cannot believe this game. Feeny is now down here. Flash away! We're committing Flash to kill this turret, and to trade our lives for it, too. That's some dedication from Jobo. He knows exactly what he wants to do. You've got to respect that. But Glacial Golem, they have free reign to get whatever structures they want now. They can push all the way to the next turrets.
Yeah, probably that's going to be the end of the game here. Maybe the Hui can clear out the wave, but they have to. Time will tell to see if they can do it. Either way, they can push in, take this inhibitor, take bottom inhibitor, rotate back, and take soul, which is probably the smart play to do here. They're just going to leave the inhibitor up, actually, which that works as well because soul is going to be up in about 10 seconds. But it's a huge misplay there on the Baron timer from Jobo. The Baron's about to be up. The Baron just respawns, and Jobo, no teleport, is just sitting pushing in the side wave, completely on vision, which tells GG we can go for this fight here, and we're guaranteed a 4v5 with no AD carry. Let's see if Frozen Turd can get the steal.
Okay, let's see. Oh, secured by Glacial Golem. That's going to be Mountain Soul now, 100% filled out. Yeah, I mean, I just can't stop thinking about that. That fight was pretty close, right? If Jobo was there, that could have gone completely differently. That could have redefined the ending of the game. Now Glacial Golem, they've brought that gold lead back around 4K. They have the Dragon Soul. They have the Kale level 16 with a Rylai's for some reason as well. They have everything they need to close this one out.
Yeah, the game was crawling back in favor of IG, but that one missed position there by Jobo gives GG the opportunity they need to step forward and just force that Baron fight. And even though it is a really close one, it ultimately goes in favor of them. And now they're back to a 4K gold lead. They've got the Baron. They've got the Mountain Soul, which is going to be really big for mitigating the poke from this way. And the game is now drastically back in their favor.
Yeah, all they have to do is just consistently apply this Baron pressure. Avoid getting engaged on by Paranoia and a big CC combo. Feeney's getting pretty aggressive here. That's exactly what's going to happen. Paranoia goes straight on into Feeney. He's tagged with the whale as well, and it's a disaster as they instantly take down Feeney. Funny Dud is here, but they're just waiting. They're just waiting to take him down. They managed to kill the Hui. Moonlight will be the next target. Funny Dud on the other side too. Frozen Turd will destroy him. Brip Brop does not save his teammate. Is a little bit too slow. Scion all the while. Yeah, meanwhile in bot lane, Blink my Toodle attacking that inhibitor. This is a crazy game. Fights going left and right. Split pushing left and right as well. Can't believe this one.
Yeah, this game is really... It's just an absolute nonsensical game that's going on right here. Every time GG seems to get a bit of a lead, they just lose it again, and Nocturne's looking back in for another fight onto the Kale.
Paranoia's back up thanks to the experimental Hex Plate. So much damage. Look at those auto attacks. There's no Divine Judgment. There's no invincibility. Frozen Turd just puts him down. Wow.
Yeah, this Nocturne is very strong now. Has the Frozen Heart, which means Kale can't auto-attack nearly as fast. Has the Sterix, has the Experimental Hex Plate, has the Black Cleaver. That's a lot of damage to go right through that Kale.
This game is one for the history books of Titan Esports. I've got to say, this is a banger game. Nobody could have predicted it would have gone this way.
Here's what you got to watch out for. Elder Dragon is up in 2 minutes. So if I'm IG, I'm telling everyone, look, we just completely stalled the Baron push.
Yep.
So now 2 minutes away. Baron's up in about 1:45. Elder's up in 2 minutes. We want to play around these objectives because we're discovering now as these team fights continue, we have this Hui who does absolutely nasty amounts of damage, and the Nocturne as well, just being able to continuously get onto the backline. We know that Nocturne can shred right through this Kale, and so we want to set up around these objectives. We want to make sure we're grouped as 5 and give ourselves the best opportunity we can to win a team fight here, maybe get a Baron, maybe even get an Elder and close this game out and pull out a victory from out of nowhere, because this game's at 34 minutes. Hui's closing in on 6 items, has that Seeker's Arm Guard, which is now also the stopwatch. So can invulnerability, one of those engages, let's say if the Kale tries to flash in with the ultimate, and
yeah.
So this game could really go to anyone still.
Yeah, speaking of Hui's items, we have no M-Pen versus 2 Kanik Rookern. All right, great grouping there. Hui's still... He's doing a lot of damage to the squishies at the very least. Gonna have a tough time punching through the tanks. Paranoia right onto the backside. He's gonna hit the tank actually. Jobo lays down the culling. Will just tickle Funny Dud. 2 tanky. Flash taunt gets 2. Oh, big Magnet Storm as well.
He's down.
He got caught in that somehow. It's a disaster for Glacial Golem. Sion's not there though. Still pushing on the top side. They're sending the recall. Frozen Turd. He's too far forward. He gets smote, and he gets executed by Kale. The shutdown going over to Britbrop. They can chase down this team thanks to the Karma speed. Britbrop, a double kill here. Oh my god, like lambs to the slaughter. IG just moved a little bit too far forward. Blink my Tootle. He's so damn tanky. He ults, but he barely goes anywhere. Gets taunted up. He can just keep on slapping this inhibitor. Funny Dud and Britbrop, they're so low. But look at how long it takes to kill this Scion. This is unreal. He is just standing there absorbing these blows. They bought time for the super minions to head down into the base. And now they can go to Baron.
Yeah, IG got the first pick there on to Fini, but they extended a little bit too far, and the Kale was able to just slowly DPS through the Nocturne, and they couldn't push forward because the Maokai continued to peel backwards, while at the same time the Scion roamed to the top side and just started putting a lot of pressure onto it. That split their focus and their attention, and they got caught completely off guard by that move from Blink My Tootle on the Scion, completely split between defending their base, which they have to do because that's your base, and trying to continue with this team fight, and they get picked apart from both sides. And another team fight win over to GG, another Baron over to GG, a 5k gold lead, and they're looking for Elder.
This has been a 5 Dragon, potentially 6, 3 Baron banger game, guys. We've drawn this one out for 3 Barons, and it could go even longer. There's just absolutely no telling with these two teams. Elder Dragon, it's sitting there. It's ripe for the take, and they are going to start this one up. Shen Ultimate and TP available if they want to head on in, but it's going down so fast. Half HP so far. Blink My Tootle just screen at everybody. Lucian is just going to be the first one out of the river, on the bottom side river. No way.
Take it.
Okay.
Oh, so close.
Glacial Gold, they're going to get this Elder Dragon. They secure this one up. Frozen Turd dies for his steal attempt. I think this is it. This has got to be it. They've got 2 super buffs that they could just barrel down mid.
I mean, there is still the wave clear from the Hui and the culling, but I think at this point, there's not much you can do. Sion can just block up a lot of that poke, and the Karma Shielding is going to be able to do a lot of protection as well as that Mountain Soul. So this could be the game right here. They have to see if they can push forward and see. They're throwing the Maokai ultimate over top right away.
Yeah, they're just zoning him off thanks to the scrambles. All right. Pushing him back to the Nexus turrets. Top Nexus turret is the first target here. They're all grouped up in the Magnet Storm.
Big round.
There we go, in the Hui ultimate as well, but it's not going to quite do enough. Funny Dead goes down first. All right, there we go. Noir taken down, and now Britbrop is turning this one around. The Elder Dragon is just too much to contend with. It was looking so good for Imperial Gaming at first, but they cannot do anything in the face of the double super buffs. Azure Fire goes golden. But it is not enough. The ace for Glacial Golem comes alongside the Nexus kill, and after a grueling 40-minute game, they take the victory.
What a back and forth banger of a game we got to watch right there. That was a game of League of Legends of all time, was it not?
That was one of the games we've played here in Titan Esports. That was incredible. That's the best word I can use to describe it. Mind blown.
Absolute fiesta of a game. We love to see it though. You know, those are the games that are really fun to cast. You know, it's ending kill score of 24 to 35. We're averaging 1.5 kills every minute. It went back and forth. Gold swinging. I'm sure the gold graph from that looks like a roller coaster from Six Flags. What a fun game to watch.
Yeah. All right. We hope you in the audience enjoyed that one just as much. We'll be going over to game 2. Hopefully we can get that going pretty soon, but we're going to go over to a quick break, so don't go anywhere.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high, keeps me high. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around in the same place. Can't decide to live my life on the ground or in outer space. Live my life on the ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Once again, it's Titan Esports' Divinity League. We're here again with Glacial Golem and Imperial Gaming for Game 2. Absolute slobber knocker of a Game 1. Isn't that right, Sharpie?
It was definitely one of the games of the League of Legends of all time. I'll put it that way.
How do you think the teams are feeling right now as they head into the second draft here?
I think they might be a little on edge because that game was back and forth and it could have really gone either way. Plus, how many back and forth like team fights there were, I think you're really kind of feeling shaken up by it, and you're both teams, your confidence is going to be shaken quite a bit, and you're going to be a little bit burnt out just because that was a 37-minute slugfest. So I'm expecting them to come into the second game a lot more slower tempo, not really wanting to push the go button quite so hard, but we'll see how they do it because you never know what's going to go on in the players' minds here. We saw what happened in Game 1. They're ready to scrap whenever.
Yeah, these guys are crazy. They wanna just go at each other. They wanna fight. That's great. I love these teams. They're fantastic. We have a lot of the same bands as last time, Game 1's draft. This time though, we had the Maokai banned away. We have Sejuani picked up instead.
Yeah, the Nocturne was banned away as well, so IG is going to pick up the Xayah, expecting the Rakan to go along with it because Xayah Rakan is just such a good bot lane. It's so stable in this meta still. So, yep, there it is, Xayah Rakan.
Pretty great. And not to mention you have Featherstorm to dodge away from the Bola coming out from Sejuani, so great tools to escape the engage here. Jhin is the response. Jin's a little bit Less popular these days, I would say, but still a great choice. Still can use lethality items effectively. See if IG picks some tanks to counteract everybody's favorite 4-man.
Jin Morgana, that's a fun pick. That's
Yeah,
gonna be a fun bot lane to watch.
Pretty cool. Doesn't seem like the best into Rakan, though. I think you got to have some pretty good hands to respond to the Grand Entrance and or the quickness. And they picked Vi into Morgana. I'm kind of in disbelief at that. That's the opposite of what you should pick there.
Yeah, Vi into Morgana is a little bit of a head scratcher, but either way, the more I think about it, the more I do like the Morgana pick. It gives you a bit of like setup and control around objectives. It gives you CC fault for the Jhin to follow up on, and because of how much CC chain the Morgana has between the Q and the ultimate, you can basically, as long as you stay in range, guarantee all 4 of Jin's ults are going to hit. Plus, you have the CC from the Sejuani. There's a lot for Jhin to throw down W's onto and just start throwing down that ultimate and guaranteeing hits. But yeah, like you said, the Vi doesn't make much sense here.
Yeah, you just black shield whoever Vi's ulting, and it's just kind of like you're out of a 2-minute cooldown, so that's too bad, but IG, they still have a chance to salvage this draft. I mean, you still have Zyrakan. You can play backwards maybe if Glacial Golem wants to go forward, be aggressive on you. They have a Lux. Okay, so some more poke, some peel backwards. Not the worst in the world. I think it's a fine blind pick here.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It gives you a lot of just safe wave clear, especially if you know your tricks with how to use your E and your ultimate. We'll have to see if Azurex's Fire knows the correct way to stack so you can get basically 2 E's off at the same time in the wave. We'll have to see if they know all the tricks for that. But there's the Twitch that was banned in game 1, so Feeny gonna get the Twitch this game. The Hui and the Kale were banned away there in the second round of bans, and the Scion gonna be going over again to, that's probably gonna be a, wait a second. There's a Jhin and a Twitch.
Yeah, so that means it's gotta be
What are
Twitch
they
mid,
cooking
right?
here? It's gotta be Twitch mid.
Yeah, AP Twitch mid. This is kind of like a cheesy pick. You can just kind of leave lane, give up some CS, because you don't have great wave clear, but you go stealth over to another lane and you try to cheese them out. Pretty common in solo queue.
Yeah. Usually we see it as a support, but it's running mid lane, unless it's just a Twitch support with the Morgana mid. They could have pivoted that way. That could be what it is.
Yeah, I
don't know
one.
what GG is cooking here. Well, we'll find out here as we're hopping into game. Nope, you were right. It is going to be the AP Twitch mid for Britprop, and Blink My Toodle is going to be on the Scion again. Last time he played Scion and just rotated to the mid lane, and this time he's playing in the top lane into the Ornn.
Yeah, it's 2 scaling tanks up there. The battle of the Grasp procs. Eventually the Heartsteals too, probably. So those guys are just going to have some fun farming it out. The other side of the map, this is where we want to be watching. I hope that we have the junglers pathing towards bot side, because tons of action there, tons of CC to capitalize on. We got to watch Britprop throughout this game. Everybody's got to have their eyes on him. He's got a lot of onus on him to make plays through the early game. I mean, yeah, you're AP Twitch, yeah, you have some decent scaling, right? But you picked this so you can kind of like go around and do stuff, you know? So let's hope he does some stuff.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works out. You want to be really careful if you're the Twitch, though, because Vi could be anywhere. Vi has a pretty good clear and has really good 1v1 damage, as we see Ornn throwing down the shuffle there in the bush.
It's almost Johnny Bravo, but not quite like Garen's. Having a good time.
No.
Yeah,
clearly the mental, it's still fine. You know, Indigo's still throwing on the dancing, so they're all right.
Yeah.
Should be good to see.
Maybe it's the only way they can cope with last game's loss, but I choose to believe what you put forth. Yeah, that they're doing great. We have both junglers starting on top side, so like I wanted, we're gonna path towards bot. Maybe get some action around level 4 if they both full clear. These are both full clearing tanky junglers, so fully expect that.
Yep, just full clear both, because Vi and Sejuani both, they really want to play for level 6. Meanwhile, in bot side, the Morgana binding is going to hit air.
Yeah, it's a good attempt to go aggressive at level 2. Now that they've hit that small level advantage here, Jobo and Noir doing a great job of playing back, avoiding the engage there. Britprop is getting pretty heavily poked down here. Huge range disadvantage, so this is why maybe it's not so great to play Twitch as just a pure laner versus the slugs.
Now, Britprop, we saw that it was a Zyrakan, so Britprop knew that this was a Lux mid and decided to pick the Twitch into it. So that is technically in Britprop's opinion, a counter pick to the Lux. Either that, or it's something that you're playing for the strategy, and you decided to say it's a Lux mid, so it's not like a Talon or a Kiana mid as Vi's rotating around.
Charging up the Vault Breaker onto Britbop. It will land. Flash away. That's all right. They got the flash and a good chunk of damage, so it's going to be doing pretty good. Binding lands onto Noir. Goes forward with the Grand Entrance. Flash away from Feeny. I like the aggression there. Undeterred by the Morgana binding and the trade beforehand. Good mental on that Noir guy as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw they went for that dive there mid onto the Twitch, and Lux just straight up queued 2 minions with the flash available. I mean, it was a brief stun there. What you can do is flash to the side of the wave and just guarantee the Q lands so that the Twitch can't get away. I don't know if it would have been enough CC to guarantee a kill onto the Twitch. He still has the flash up, but it was potentially an angle. Either way, Lux is up 10 CS here mid lane, and I don't think Twitch is going to be able to get 2 of them there. So it's an 8 CS lead here for the Lux. Plus, she's going to have a ton of prio in this lane because she can push this next wave as well, have a free reset, and Lux does not have teleport. So Twitch rather does not have teleport, so Lux should just have a free crash here, a free reset, and doesn't have to burn the teleport either. So a lot of prio because of that one play from the Vi going to be going over to this Lux.
Yeah, but they're kind of slow on the draw here, staying up for one more wave. It's all right. Grand Entrance does not quite land, but the Jin W will root out Noir. Another big chunk of damage there. I feel like every time we look at top lane, it's going to be exactly the same. Those 2 guys at full health, just farming it out. We're going for a gank, though. All right, Funny Dud, he believes.
Ornn did jump in.
Believes in the manaless Scion, so going to go forward here. Teleport over from Azure Fire to try to respond to this. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, flashing away from Frozen Turd, Moonlight keeps themselves alive. Blink My Toodle has to pop the ghost here. It's a flash forward from Azure Fire. Can they land the binding? No, they can't. Fancy feed from Blink My Toodle. He's crazy. Look at that guy go. Assisted by the ghost, of course, but impressive nonetheless.
And here's something you have to consider as well. Lux used the TP to go topside to try to keep the Ornn alive, which, in all fairness, was probably going to stay alive anyways. And because of that, Lux is going to lose. Oh.
He's finding some damage. Frozen Turd, does he know that Frozen Turd is here? Yeah, they're going to be having to run away. First Blood goes down to the bot lane. Wow, we're watching this play in mid. Crazy game once again. This is unreal. Oh, this is
We're going to go back and take a look at this here. Let's see what happened. The auto attack just comes through, and it's the Ignite that got it.
Just solid CC combo. Pretty tough to deal with, yeah. A lot of CC from the bot lane of Glacial Golem.
We'll see what happened here in the top lane. Does Twitch get away? Does go invisible.
Oh, no. Yeah, he can't. They see him with the turret. They see him with the turret radius.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, okay. Gets seen. Gets rooted out.
Okay.
That's it. That's all she wrote. That would have been crazy. That would have been like a top 1 million play, like a top 1 play of all time. Excuse me. Top 1 play of all time if he's able to juke that one out. But
that would have been the greatest escape I have seen in League of Legends in a hot minute, as the junglers are kind of messing around with these grubs. So far, one's gone over to Funny Dud.
It's a 3v2. Oh, great flash from Jobo. Gets a lot of feathers on a Feeny here, but he's got the reload. One more auto attack would do it. Meanwhile, Funny Dud gets taken down. Noir is just kind of in the middle of that gigantic wave, tries to flash away. Feeny, can they get one more? Oh, Guardian proc.
Guardian, yeah.
Keeps Jobo alive. Man. Slugfest in the bot lane once again.
There's been a lot of fighting back and forth here in this game so far, but surprisingly, the scoreline is still only 1-2. So despite a lot of flashes being burned basically across the board, yeah, not a single flash is up besides that of Sejuani, and there's only 3 kills.
Yeah,
and we haven't even had a dragon fight yet.
We barely had a grub swipe. They just kind of like walked at each other, and it was a disadvantaged fight. So that's about that for the grub fight. But when the junglers hit level 6, then we have some CC, and then I think we're cooking with some lighter fluid there.
Oh yeah, we'll be cooking with lighter fluid. I know how these 2 junglers play based off of game 1. They're going to be looking to throw their ultimates down on cooldown. So the moment it's off cooldown, they're going to be pathing for a gank. They're going to be pathing to a side lane, looking to try to set up more ability to snowball a game forward, because these junglers are just not afraid to move forward and look for plays.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna just head back over the wall. Yeah, never start the dragon there. Just farm up till 6. Let's farm up till 6. Let's unlock the glacial prison. let's unlock the cease and desist. Let's see these junglers getting in there. All right, and once again, a wave of quiet washes over the map. Finally, we have Britbrop moving out of the mid lane. Finally managed to unlock himself. He's going to be here in this pixel bush. Dodges away from Noir. They don't see him. Puts the canister, but it kind of misses. And that's going to be a little bit of a waste of a roam, unfortunately. It didn't work out.
The first Twitch roam results in a binding onto a Guardian Rakan. And that's about all you get out of it.
That's okay. He's
it's all right.
He's scaling, I guess. He's got that AP Twitch scaling. Frozen Turret, he's level 6.
Why?
Oh, he can just get in an ult. Yes.
Ultimate's gonna land.
Let's go. There's the binding.
Binding?
Yes, they wrote him out. All right, no, flashes away. He's got 1 HP. Red buff ticking. It's not going to be enough.
Lux
It's
ult is
insane.
not up.
Oh my
Lux ult
lord.
is going to be up right now. Lux up his ult.
Can we land it? Can we land it? Are we
You're
going to
gonna
try?
use it. If you're gonna use it.
Ash of fire. Use the ult. He's right in the middle.
Ah.
Okay. Oh,
wait.
There's no way he walks up. Oh my god. Okay. Dodge the Lux ult. Pops the spray and pray.
The Q?
Wow.
it hit.
I am. That happened. All right. Good try there from Britbrop to get some of that wave.
Oh no.
Prison goes wide. There's the curtain call. Binding does miss as well. Noir blocking for their good buddy Jobo here. Keeps everybody alive on the bottom side. Yeah, unfortunately, GG cannot hit their CC, and therefore they will not earn themselves any kills.
Yeah, no kill's going to go over. Sejuani whiffing the ultimate there. All the shots from the curtain call going to be blocked up. They're still going to be able to have prio onto this dragon, although they are rotating over. But either way, Twitch tried to step back up to the wave after that Lux ult was missed. Tried to say, you know what, I'm just going to use the ult to clear out this wave, but kind of forgets how big that, that hitbox is for the Lux E, and just gets blown up by it, hands over a free kill that was completely unnecessary as GG pick up a dragon here.
Yeah, we had the Ornhorn called in mid, almost a solo kill, but forces the ghost out of Blink My Toodle. Still don't think it's a good idea to gank that top side, though. Still think we want to focus on the rest of the map here. Interestingly, we have what seems to be moving towards a Leandries for Moonlight, so opting to be a little bit more damage-focused in this game. Maybe wants to try to help punch through the tankiness of Indigo and Frozen Turd later on. But Noir and Jobo, they're choosing to stay around, try to defend this turret. Gets rooted. Force shot. Okay, dodges away with the Feather Storm, but how much longer can it last? Rooted up. Feeny. Force shots Jobo right in the face. Punishes him for staying to defend that turret.
Yeah, that's not quite how you want to use the Feather Storm. You want to hang on. You're only taking tick damage from that what do they call it? Something Earth, Scorched Earth, or something like that.
It's like a corrupted ground, corrupted Earth. I don't know.
Corrupted Earth.
It's close. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Something soil, maybe.
Oh yeah.
What it's called.
Is it desecrated soil? That could be it. I'm gonna look it up. I have the wiki open. It's tormented shadow. I feel like that was different before. Tormented shadow.
It was.
Yeah. Huh.
Tormented. I thought it used to be called tormented soil.
Yeah, maybe they patched that up when they did that mini rework.
They might have changed it when they did. Yeah, with the mini rework. Shows how long.
Okay, big combo. Brute drop. You got to take it down to about 400 HP. Still able to get out of there. 100%.
That's basically gonna guarantee these two Void Grubs going over though, which means IG is gonna have 5 Void Grubs, which means they can start spawning the Void Mites whenever they step up to the tower. They have 5 of them. That's the threshold they need to break. So good pushing advantage over to IG. But anyways, with the Xayah there, you want to be saving that Featherstorm for when the Jhin is trying to use that W or trying to come in with the 4th shot. That's when you want to use your Featherstorm so that you can actually mitigate some meaningful damage or meaningful follow-up CC as Britbrop's looking for an ult.
Nice dodge, spray and pray, doing quite a bit of damage. No Nashor's Tooth completion will make this take a lot longer. Flash away from Azure Fire, keeps the Lux alive, ticking down from the poison, able to survive it though. Here comes the Vault Breaker. Here comes the Cease and Desist. We got it. There's the ultimate. Does not hit onto Britbrop though. Very slightly mistimed. Frozen Turds under the turret will be able to close that kill out. So gank does work out in the mid lane. Funny dud. The Bola goes wide. Frozen Turd pushes him to the side, but Bola eventually explodes. Glacial Prison will take down Azure Fire. Frozen Turd now shielded up thanks to the passive. Would probably win that 1v1, but no more gas to continue forward.
It could have gone. It's a pretty close fight. They're both pretty low. As the
Jobo.
Q's going to land.
Gonna have to Feather Storm. That hurts.
And that's how you Feather Storm. You use the Feather Storm when Jin goes for the W, and you can mitigate the further stun and not be nearly as low health as you would be. So well played to Jobo for fixing the Feather Storm timing there.
Yeah. Second time around was much better. Yeah, so I guess Dragon's gonna be spawning in a minute 30. That's the next big fight. Teams aren't favoring Herald right now in this current meta, and especially I think not in the amateur leagues. Pretty undervalued objective, but Fruit misses. Will they go forward? Curtain call. I feel like I've seen this exact play before. Noir's going to be blocking him. There's the root, though. And the fourth shot takes down Frozen Turd, sends it back to the fountain. Plenty of time to reflect on how to set up for this dragon coming up.
Yeah, the Noir just kind of positioned in the wrong spot for that shield. Because you can technically choose where you want the shield to go by which side of the character you hover on. So you can get yourself shielded in the right correct spot, but just push the character a little bit too far forward. And that fourth shot was able to weave behind the Rakan, landing right onto the Vi. And that's going to be a kill over to Finny's Jin, who has amassed quite a nice CS lead as Britrop's looking for an ult.
Yeah, this is another one of those cheesy all-ins. Just stealths up through the lane, pops the ultimate, and does 80% of Azure Fire's health bar. Feeny trying to take down this turret. Jobo's standing pretty close to it. I feel like this is not where you want to be. You got to start moving backwards. Luckily, they're able to get out of there, but that's a pretty fast Jin. Ghost Blade in the pockets means that they can keep on chasing, but no damage will be inflicted. Herald now. I was just talking about how teams are kind of ignoring Herald, but we do have Funny Dud, Brop, attacking this Herald. Teleport. From Indigo, they can call in the Ornhorn, they call the Forge God. Do they want it? No, he's instead just going to look for the straight-up knock-up. We got Cease and Desist over the wall alongside the Final Spark to take down Britprop, but Blink My Toodle just obliterates Azure Fire straight up with his ultimate. Tanks are alive, supports roamed up, but I don't think there's much else to be had. Feeny has based, and will instead just be running straight out to mid. Can Imperial Gaming secure this Herald with just their jungler?
I think they're going to be able to. Sejuani is down for another 10 minutes, and there's not much else they can do. Cyan has used the ult, has no mana left, and, Morgana resetting. Jin is there, but what are you going to do as a Jin against a Vi? So, yeah, Herald's going to go over here to IG, and, they are back down about 1,500 gold. I think largely because of that big CS and kill lead that the Jin has there in the bot side, plus, getting that first tower gold. But overall, game state is pretty even, and Lux finally is able to land the ultimate in sync with Frozen Turd's Vi with that ultimate, as they might be looking for it again.
Yeah. Oh, Herald popped while taking the turret. That's okay. Are we going to drive it? No, we're not. Instead,
it'll just charge.
Okay.
Oh, they are going to drive
Azure
it.
Fire. They want to crash it.
They want the Void
They get
Mites.
that down, but Funny Dud able to get there on the backside. Got the flank. There's a big root. The Black Shield is too late. Feeny's going to live with just a sliver of health, but living means that he can open up the curtain call. Britprop's arrived as well. He's ghosting in. He pops the spray and pray. The Expunge takes down Frozen Turd as they try to get away. It's another big reversal for Glacial Golem here. A little bit of a botched Herald driving session.
Yeah, the Jin surviving there with just a sliver of health completely turned that fight around, is able to walk back a safe distance, pop the curtain call, and start slamming down these big shots onto enemies. The fourth one obviously going to miss there, but doesn't onto the Vi, but it doesn't matter because Twitch has that E that's full AP to just be able to pop someone Vi in that case who already had a bunch of stacks on it. And now they're looking for their second drag.
Yeah, Funny Duds got about half HP, gets rooted up. Final Spark does it. We secure the dragon as well. That's the dragon going over to Imperial Gaming, but Feeny is here, and Feeny is strong. Flashing forward. Noir trying to get away. The fourth shot, this definitely won't kill. Maybe with another grenade, but decides to shoot Frozen Turd as well. Gets a root. Noir is able to live out, though. Live out of there. Dragon, though.
Lux stole the Baron. I mean, stole the dragon.
Yeah. Great job from Azure Fire making that steal happen.
Yeah, well played there. Without a jungler, you still get the secure there. Funny Dud has the 900 damage smite, but the Lux just pops that ER combo basically perfectly in time and is able to steal it away. So well played to Azurex's Fire was the winning kind of the key to staying alive for as long as they did in game 1. And here in game 2 has stopped their dragon stacking. Now they're at even points and the gold difference is only 1,000. Lux has 3 kills and is up in CS as Britprop's looking again.
Yeah, they will find the root here. Azure Fire has to flash away. Not long for this world, though, as the poison does enough. Sponge helping that one out, too. Frozen Tur, he's going to find Funny Dud, but it seems like it's a 4v3 here. Now that they've lost their mid laner, so much CC comes out, rooting up Noir for forever. Britprop finds another kill. Went from 0-4 to 3-4, so puts himself on the board in a big way.
Yep, killing spree for this Twitch now, who's really starting to pick up those kills, has got the Nashor's Tooth completed, and is now starting to build up needlessly large rod. We'll have to see what that builds into. I'm guessing it's going to be, maybe it could straight up just be a death cap. I don't know what Britprop wants to cook here, though. We'll have to see. Could also potentially elect to switch over to that book to get those stacks on the Dark Soul really stacking up if you want to play really egotistical here.
Medjaz would be pretty
Medjaz,
crazy.
yeah. Medjaz is pretty meta for the Twitch.
Yeah, you do have Morgana to keep you safe. You do have a solid front line, but gotta see how much faith Britprop has in their teammates. Yeah, I think Shadowflame could be an interesting choice too for that crit while they get low. You know, you front load the damage with Spray and Pray, crit the Expunge, could be interesting. Britprop dodges the root. Azure Fire, yeah, it's a little bit dangerous, but big wave clear advantage. Once again, tons of CC on the top side. They're attacking Indigo. Indigo dropping down pretty low. Frozen Turd's here, but isn't enough. Indigo flashes away, gets rooted out by the Jin W. Okay, there's the curtain call, taking him way down. Frozen Turd now has to get out of here. It's 4 members of Glacial Golem. They've arrived to put the hurt onto Imperial Gaming, killing him under the turret. Feeny unstoppable now. Britprop is just right next to Azure Fire. Flashes the beginning. Okay, all right, pretty good. And I think that's going to do it. Yeah, nice flash, nice poison. Able to take down Azure Fire with, once again, another stealth tactic.
And in about 2 or 3 minutes, the gold lead has gone from 1k to about 5k in favor of GG. They're pushing forward as well. Baron's going to be up here spawning right now. They're pushing forward. They've got a top lane tower. They're going to pushing in for this top lane inner tower, which is going to be another 1,000 gold into their pockets. Going to be going into Feeny there on the Jin, who's now 5-0-5 with that lethality build. 2 items completed, but they're wrapping around looking for a kill here.
Yeah, Indigo's just going to walk right up to him. Feeny's in a pretty bad spot, but there's no charge. The knockup just isn't there for Indigo. Got stuck in the Bella's Breath animation, I think. Instead, Feeny is going to be safe. He's going to be kiting this one out. The binding does go wide. Can Glacial Golem make it all out? A lot of damage coming from the Morgana. Funny Dud, he uses his charge early and can't make it over the wall. They're just going to lock him up.
Twitch.
Put a ton of damage. Twitch has arrived. Sees and desist straight onto the Sejuani, desperately trying to take him down, but so much damage coming out from Britprop. Feeny, and he's taking care of the other side of the fight too. They finally find another binding on Indigo, and it's a double kill for each of the ranged members of Glacial Golem. Now they're right at bear. They just started right up, and it's looking pretty good for Glacial Golem at this point in the game.
Yep, they're up 7,000 gold in that last fight. IG decides to keep pushing forward for the fight, but they keep using their dashes, their abilities onto the really tanky jungler there in Funny Dud. And there's like when you're doing that and you're allowing the Jin, the Morgana, and now eventually the Twitch to show up and just start throwing down damage, there's not much you can do when you're burning all of your abilities onto the frontline tank. And they're allowed to turn around and then throw their abilities onto you. Twitch with a double kill, Jin with a double kill, and now they're up to a 8,500 gold lead. They've got Baron, Dragon spawning up in about 15 seconds here. This game is quickly getting out of hand in favor of GG.
Yeah, this one might be insurmountable. Imperial Gaming have quite a long way to go, and they have not the best scaling in their pockets either. I mean, sure, they've got the Ornn items, sure, they've got the Xayah, but how much can they do? How much can they do versus the terrible damage threat that Britprop will bring to the table? The ever-present invisible menace. Dragon will now be started up by Imperial Gaming. Start doing some damage. Funny Dud and the rest of Glacial Golem have arrived on the top side of the river. They're just staring at each other. It's like a Western showdown.
And
Sion's
meanwhile,
not.
Sion's doing what he was doing last game when they go for the objectives, just starts pushing the lane and saying, you know what, I've got Baron buff. I can just start pushing for these objectives. Who cares about the
Moonlight.
dragon? It's only a second drag here as ult's going to get popped.
Hornhorn called in. Frozen Turd pretty low, but he's charging straight in onto Feeney. Can they find the damage? Can they put him down? Yes, it's a 1,000 gold shutdown into Jobo's pockets. Britbrop is the next target as well, but a lot of CC will keep him safe. They might be able to turn this one around. Imperial Gaming. Britbrop is a great damage threat. Okay, and Imperial Gaming can't do it. They're completely routed by Glacial Golem. Britbrop managed to live through the whole thing. Indigo running for his life as Blink by Tootle tries to chase him down. Unstoppable through the slam here. Azure Fire. Okay. There's the grass proc.
Oh no.
Can't make it through. Neither of them make it through the hex gate there. Azure Fire finds the kill onto Moonlight. In an unsuccessful chase, the slam interrupts the blast cone as well. Blink by Tootle trying to just walk down this Lux. Do we have another shout? The blast cone is there. They're just going to make it through the hex gate, but Blink by Tootle follows straight across. Blast cone again. Okay, separates him, puts Blink by Tootle over the wall. The Azure Fire is safe and out of there.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Lux catches the Twitch, and so that's going to be a good amount of gold going over. But and you can see Twitch still has that 700 gold.
They cut the Jhin there, and Jhin might be getting caught
Jhin.
once again. Gets slowed down. Okay, Rakan going forward. Vaultbreaker charged up. Feeney's kiting it out. There's the cease and desist finally over the top. That will be enough. One more proc of the denting blows puts 400
Look at
gold.
Sion.
Yeah, Sion's the whole time just this side lane menace. This guy is a Baus enjoyer for sure.
Yeah, well, not itemizing quite right to be a Baus enjoyer, but Britbrop's coming in for a fight.
Yeah, Britbrop gets a lot of damage, pretty low here. They cannot get any more. The spray and pray penetration double kill. That's a Colette if we're talking FPS terms. Gotta feel pretty good.
There's the Magi.
There it is. 10 stacks on it already. Only gonna get stronger from here.
Yep. Has the Nashus completed, has the Rabadon's Death Cap completed, and now the Magi is picked up with 10 stacks. Britbrop is really feeling himself on this Jace. Started off the game 0-4, is now 10-4 on this mid laner here, this unconventional Twitch mid AP. It's been working out really well, especially being able to hover behind that front line of Sion and a Sejuani with the Morgana. Throwing down those big shields just keep you alive even longer. This is a great performance out of Britbrop.
100%. He found his footing, and he is making quite a splash on this game. I think it's going to be pretty tough for Imperial Gaming to come back for this. It is, in fact, a 10k gold difference at 25 minutes. We've seen crazier comebacks, but it's not looking too good. Blink by Tootle in the middle of 4 people trying to take down this turret. He still has the ultimate, but he can't quite find the pathway to use that. Shutdown goes over to Azure Fire's Lux. Britbrop, he's invisible. Instant Featherstorm from Jobo. This is so annoying to deal with if you're Imperial Gaming too, because you just can't walk anywhere. Get attacked by this Twitch. Frozen Turd has the cease and desist. Doesn't want to use it. Instead, Britbrop and Feeney, they'll be trying to get away here. Moonlight choosing some aggressive pathing. Gets locked.
Hits too.
Gets the final spark. Frozen Turd able to collect that kill. Will they push any further forward? Trying to get onto Britbrop, but they can't. Rat's too far away.
They get out kind of by the skin of their teeth, only losing the Morgana. That was a bit of an overstay there after the Sion dropped in the bot lane. You're at a 4v5 disadvantage. And sure, the Twitch kills the Xayah there in the mid lane, but you've burned your ultimate there, and you're still pushed way forward. You don't have vision on the team anymore, so they have to really get out of there very carefully. And you're lucky that the Jhin and the Twitch got out of there as well. I don't know why the Vi elected to just hold the ultimate and not just go for Feeney there on the Jhin, but Jhin and Twitch both survive and get out of there with their, at least Twitch at least with that bounty intact.
Yeah, gonna be super hard for them to put a dent into this Medjai's, which is only going to stack up higher. And now Glacial Golem have full control over this topside river area, which is perfect for them given that Baron is spawning in about 15 seconds here. Noir getting some cheeky wards, but not sure how much they can do. Feeney just is going to get face checked by Indigo. Indigo gets bound up, rooted with the Deadly Flourish. Baron spawns in right now, and once again, Blink My Toodle putting them in a tough spot.
Twitch got killed.
Wow.
Let's take a look what happened here. We're going to step back.
That was totally off camera. Oh, wow.
It's just the Vi came around from behind.
Okay. Just had a great angle. Locked him up. You pressed R on the guy you had to kill. Perfect execution from Frozen Turd. You love to see that. Can Imperial Gaming find a way to take this Baron? Instead, the jungler's going to get rooted out. Big CC coming in. Feeney can't quite find the space to auto-attack, though. Frozen Turd pushing forward. Another binding combined with the curtain call. First shot goes wide. Second shot goes wide. Can't quite find a Featherstorm. Helps Jobo get out of there. Botched execution from IG. Meaning that they probably can't keep fighting this. Going to be Feeney attacked by Frozen Turd. But he flashes the blue wall onto Jobo.
Feeney is
Final
down.
Takes down Feeney. Frozen Turd dropping pretty low here. The Lux is still alive. Azure Fire to be still pretty strong here. It's just back and forth. A bloodbath in this top side. Kills traded back and forth. Azure Fire, I don't think they can take down both of these members. Rooted out. Locked up. Stunned down. Cannot take down Moonlight before they fall. But the entire time, it's been Blink My Toodle pushing away. Pushing his heart out. Makes it all the way to the Nexus turret and gets one.
Yeah, Blink My Toodle doesn't care anymore. Blink My Toodle is just saying, you know what? I don't care about any of this team fighting. I'm going to sit on a side wave, and while you're messing around there around the Baron pit, getting nothing done, I'm going to kill your base. As meanwhile, Britprop is going to take down another Hex Tech Dragon here to get them to Soul Point. They're on the Hex Drag, which would be a triple Hex Tech Soul for a Twitch. That's AP, would be huge for Britprop.
100%. Even get some extra AD as Jhin too. So I love to see that. Britprop pretty low, but still hanging around with his team. They're setting up this death bush. They really want Noir here. Yeah, he just goes over the wall with the grand entrance. Blink My Toodle a little over ambitious here. I think that they've got to start looking at this Baron. This is the objective. If Glacial Golem gets the Baron, I think that's probably the game. There's hardly any structures left on the map in Imperial Gaming's base. Should just be a formality to escort the minions in after they're all coated in purple.
We'll have to see if Azure X Fire can steal another major objective here, because the Baron's getting really low. Let's see if he's going to look for it. Has the vision on it.
Look for it. Oh, Feeney this time, the one to secure the Baron. Pretty close. I think I saw it drop to 43.
It went down to the 40s.
Yeah, could have gone to either side there.
I
now,
thought we had a steal.
The overbearing push is inbound from Glacial Golem.
Yeah, it's an 11k gold lead. They've got the Baron. That was really your last chance to get into this game. As here comes Sion.
Charging straight down. Able to hit Indigo. Start getting in onto him. But Grand Entrance along with Frozen Turd. Can they find the carries of Glacial Golem? They cannot. Instead, it's just Frozen Turd left out to dry. Sion is the tankiest guy in the entire universe. Curtain Call will take down Indigo. And I think that's it for Imperial Gaming. A valiant effort. One last-ditch defense does not work out for IG. And Glacial Golem finds another kill. Feeney, he's just doing so much here as he claims the double. And finally, the Nexus. Glacial Golem win the set 2-0.
Yeah, it was a very good, much better of a mid-game there. In that second game, they didn't have any of those big throws. Sure, the Twitch got caught there once, but they were able to just make sure it didn't go any worse, make sure that they don't just lose the Baron because of it. And Sion just doing Sion things, able to keep the game controlled, and they slowly build up an 11k gold lead and close out the match.
Yep, you got out macroed. GG, just with this constant side lane pressure, very difficult to deal with. So big props to them for bringing that to the table. Big props to them for keeping it strong through their 2 wins today. And you know, they're looking pretty powerful moving on from this set here into the rest of the league. So thank you so much for watching. We hope you all enjoyed it out there in the Twitch chat. This has been the Divinity League with Titan Esports. I'm Ultravox, and that was Sharpie, and it was our pleasure. We will catch you guys tomorrow for some more action.
Reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh.
pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm